Everybody knows what a musical note sounds like. But what does a note look like? When it comes from the audio system of the Lexus ES300, it looks like the original, which means it sounds like the original.
Hi, may I take your order? Hello? How can I help you? Hello? Hello? Hello?
This week, history is being made. Not here, but in the kitchen. This week, Ore-Ida introduces fast fries. So crispy, so delicious, you won't believe they came from your oven and not from a fast food place. Fast fries. They're that good.
Hello?
Lorenzo's oil has been called incredibly powerful and truly inspirational.
It made me believe that love conquers all.
It was absolutely fantastic.
Nick Nolte is superb.
You must see.
Susan Sarandon deserves an Oscar.
It's all about love and hope.
Golden Globe nominee, Best Actress.
Bravo.
Lorenzo's Oil.
A very moving picture.
Rated PG-13. Now playing in select areas. Starts Friday at a theater near you.
I love to make music. People don't really see me as a human being.
Madonna on CBS This Morning tomorrow.
Will Herman teach dance at a private school?
Can you imagine me teaching 35 12-year-old girls to hustle?
All new Evening Shade. Then,
My dad and Miss Star are going to the inaugural ball. What could they possibly have to talk about?
all new Hearts Afire. Any more questions? After Evening Shade, Monday.
All those who love great comedy say aye.
I saw those lights, and even though I was only 5, I knew something terrible had happened. First, I saw the cars. They were, I don't know, mangled. My father told me not to look, but I had to. I remember seeing this little boy. We made eye contact. I could see the fear in his eyes. It's something I'll never forget. No, I don't drive a Mercedes to impress my friends.
Do you know what your business would actually save on a call from New York to L.A. using MCI instead of AT&T? Here's your big savings. Leaving AT&T doesn't make a lot of sense. If your business gives up the quality of AT&T Pro Watts and calls from Boston to Chicago with someone else, here's your big savings. Leaving AT&T doesn't make a lot of sense.
They ate the same things, got the same heartburn, but his antacid is very different. His Tums has calcium. Most antacids don't. Original Rolaids uses an aluminum salt. This uses aluminum and magnesium. So does this. Of all these, only Tums helps wipe out heartburn and gives you calcium you need every day.
Something my body needs anyway. I like that.
Calcium-rich Tums. That's the one you want.
60 Minutes, a CBS News weekly magazine, will continue.
Jessica prays a priest's confession won't lead to Murder, She Wrote. Then, critics rave. The Switch is a surprising, smart, brave story. One of those magical and very rare original films. The best work Craig T. Nelson has ever done. And Gary Cole is simply masterful in his inequality work. The real life. And Gary Cole is simply masterful in his inequality work. The real life story you don't want to miss. The Switch tonight.
Tuesday, the hottest superstars come together for the entertainment event of the year. An American reunion, the 52nd Presidential Inaugural Gala, Tuesday.
This is CBS.
We'd love to have you visit Arizona. There's no place like it.
In 1590, Galileo hypothesized that all objects fall at the same rate. But then, He never considered the depreciation rate of luxury automobiles. The Lexus LS400 has retained more of its value than any other car in the luxury class. Cash in at superior Lexus today.
Cheryll Jones and Dennis Doda, mornings at 6 on KCTV 5, Kansas City's news.
At Prudential Securities, we invest the time it takes to get to know you. We invest over $100,000 in training every new financial advisor who serves you. And we invest millions of dollars every year in the research and analysis that helps serve you better. Because at Prudential Securities, the most important thing we have to earn is your trust.
In 1867, a man named Henri Nestle began to build a food company. His name, Nestle, meant little nest. It stood for warmth, protection, family, and shelter. Today, it stands for the very best products in 162 countries around the world. Nestle makes the very best.
If your business gives up the quality of AT&T Pro Watts and calls from Boston to Chicago with someone else, here's your big savings. Leaving AT&T doesn't make a lot of sense.
Are you getting the return you'll need on your retirement savings? Perhaps the one thing worse than dying is outliving your money. Call Prudential Securities.
Do you know this woman? After the inauguration, you'll know her a lot better. We'll tell you why when Eye on America kicks off coverage of the Clinton inauguration tomorrow on the CBS Evening News.
When Mike and Maggie throw caution to the wind, will it be the kiss of death?
On the global warming and the greenhouse effect all rolled into one.
Northern Exposure Monday.
Are you worried about what your kids are learning about sex in the classroom? Wait till you find out what they're learning on the school bus.
I was shocked.
Street Stories with Ed Bradley, Thursday.
Experience CBS.
Murphy's invited to the presidential ball. Will the gang find her a last-minute date?
What's today's plan? Drive me to the nearest prison and see who's getting out on parole?
Murphy Brown. Then, Jack and Wally are staging Operation Cleanup.
Something growing in your apartment that's supposed to.
Love and Warm, Monday.
All those who love great comedy say aye.
This is CBS.
It's simple physics. When an object is being pulled, it tends to go straighter and maintain a higher level of control than an object being pushed. So, unlike most of our competitors, the Acura Legend is equipped with front-wheel drive for better traction. The Acura Legend. It would be a shame to get stuck with anything else.
There are schools that seem to draw children to them. Schools where all the basics are taught, but in a new and exciting way. Where reading, writing, math, science, all are made more inviting by the school's chosen theme. Foreign language, environmental science, performing arts, computers unlimited. Here learning actually becomes fun. Where are these remarkable schools? Right here in Kansas City. And the only tuition required is an eager young mind. Kansas City Magnet Schools of Choice. Call 842-KIDS.
Stan Carmack, Lily Shank, weekdays on Kansas City's News at noon.
Murder, She Wrote, sponsored by Fleischmann's. Give your family zero cholesterol Fleischmann's and spread a little love.
You know, 3-4 years ago, I never worried about what I ate. I figured, it tastes good, leave me alone. Anyway, the reason I changed is because today I cook on weekends for my kids. Boy, go to a supermarket, you'll get an education.
Zero cholesterol Fleischmann's.
Kids definitely have their own ideas about what tastes good, and I try to make them what they like. But see, what I put into that food, I put into those kids.
Spread a little love, Fleischmann's.
Introducing Maxwell House Light. It tastes as rich as Maxwell House coffee, but only has half the caffeine. So rich, you'll just think of it as Maxwell House. New Maxwell House Light. All the rich taste, half the caffeine.
Today's recipe pasta sauces from Ragu. Low fat, half the sodium of our original recipe, no cholesterol. Just great taste. Today's recipe pasta sauces.
The Buick LeSabre, Family Circle Magazine's Domestic Family Car of the Year. LeSabre won by finishing first in important family categories like value, comfort, dealer satisfaction, performance, safety, style, and of course, dependability. Buick LeSabre, a welcome addition to the American family.
10 million customers for a new long-distance program in less than 2 years. It's never been done before. And we'd like to think if anyone does it again, it'll be us. So we're making friends and family even better. Now when you join MCI and Friends and Family, you'll get a month of free long-distance calls. With friends around the world, you'll get the lowest priced international calls to 2 numbers virtually anywhere. And you can save up to 50% on holidays. MCI and Friends and Family. There's never been a better time to join.